Alright, I'm gonna have to attempt to multitask here. There's a situation with Barb, and I was able to get my Harley moved. I don't know where I'm gonna take it to, though. I got nowhere to put it. That's what happens when you stand up to Scott DeCosta is very courteous, and so is his assistant. I say assistant because I don't remember her name. I'm terrible with names. I don't want to overwhelm my welcome here, so I'm here for about a half an hour. So I just got a disc from my public pretenders in Arapahoe County. This is all they were able to find. Well, it better have the names of all of my public pretenders, all of my court dates, and the names of the judges. Now, if I gotta try to requisition more than that, it's worth it. And the fact is, no human being should be treated like that. Pamela Cardi needs to be called in and asked why she didn't do anything about the obvious torture, especially given the fact that I told her repeatedly I am being tortured in the jail. Let's see. So I gotta try to pop this out. I don't even remember how to do it. Oh, it's nope. I don't know how to eject the disk drive on this. Sorry. If I'm gonna put this disk in so that I can copy it to my computer, I have to make a file. And that file folder I'll put this into once it's done downloading to that file. Let me actually get started on that. And that way I can try to best utilize my internet access. We will call this one new folder Arapahoe Pretenders. Alright. Now hopefully, when I put this in here, it will allow me to choose a folder to put it to if it automatically does the downloady thingy. If it doesn't, I am not going to know what to do. Oh, that didn't sound good. This thing is whizzing and whirring like C-3PO. Oh, that'd be R2-D2, wouldn't it? DVD, RW drive, E, Sean Schwartz, or Schwartz Sean. What happens with your component? Let's see. Import photos and videos. Part of processing isn't just, oh, it had something to import. Try again. Okay, that didn't work. Let me see. Oh man, how am I gonna find the disky thingy? I never use it. I open it up and close it again. Maybe that'll work. Oh, I can't find the button. There it is. Alright. Alright, R2. And the other task that I have at hand is to take the USB drive that the sheriff's department gave me and get at least one of those files on there, because I found one of them. There's a bunch of them now. There's a lot of work to do. I suppose I'll play this one right here while I try to get the stuff for the Dual County Sheriff's Department and try to process some of the other stuff from Rambo County. This one's called Some of Us Deserve Better Parents. It's from earlier today. Oh shoot, this computer's hot. It didn't do anything.
I'm sorry about this.
What drive was that?
This is gonna sound completely stupid, but I left my jacket over there at Barb's on top of her grill when I went over and got that stuff moved. And by the way,
right?
you thank Sheriff Costa and his assistant.
Device manager, yes. Oh my god, I got so lucky.
Well, thank you for helping me with that stuff, because I'm not really but also, I want to get my jacket. I was going to walk over that direction if they're not busy or too terribly busy. Okay. Alright, sounds good to me. I've just noticed it was getting windy. What? I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Oh, okay. Well, tell him to take his time. It's all right. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. You're welcome. All right, bye. I am so much nicer a person under these types of circumstances. You treat me with respect, I treat you with respect. You treat me like I'm stupid, I treat you like you're stupid. Lie to me, I'll lie to you. That's the thing that Natalie's death taught me. It don't matter what you guys want. You're fucking stupid. You don't know it's good for you. And you slam on anybody who does. Yeah, going back to that asshole who's shooting that shit all up your veins. And beating on you and your fucking kids. Yeah, no, that ain't my beef, is it? Or at least it shouldn't be. Isn't that how most of y'all think? Yeah, I know. And then he beats you again. And again. And again. And you know the guy that you go to, the guy who comes to your rescue, he cares. Because he's been through it. Because he's had so many people look away when he was in the center of that. And you know what? You have to do it alone.
Alright, that one's downloading.
Guess what? My name is Sean David Schwartz, and I save lives. I save the lives of people who hate me, and I don't give two holy goddams. I know it kills people, and I know what's pride. I'm not a goddamn fool. I know human nature. I grew up with the grittiest of the gritty, the dirtiest of the dirty, and the nastiest of the nasty. On the bright side, I didn't have to see all the dirty, gritty, and nasty shit they did over the years. See, here's the problem with being in the temporary foster care system in the state of Colorado in the 1980s. You only get 2 weeks per foster home, and then it's on to the next one. And you never get to stay at the same foster home twice. Anybody can do anything they want to you. They're just going to get lost in the numbers. It's just another face. You hope they're nice. You hope it's not one of the bad ones. You know, some of them were damn good foster homes, and I ain't going to lie about that. But in order for it to be a good foster home, they got to be good folks that run it. I'm going to tell you about Christian foster parents. Not all Christians are the same, and just because someone says in Jesus' name doesn't mean they're on the same side, doesn't mean they're on the same page. People do desperate things in different situations. Depends on their motivation. Some people, they care about the drugs. They don't care who gets hurt. They just want their drugs. And they want to tell you about all the hurtful things you did while they were on drugs.
Good boy. No.
When you tell them how their drug use affected your life, they don't want to hear it.
When in the history of ever have I given you food?
Now you're crossing the line. Now you are out of bounds. Because you're telling them, hey, this is how it affected me. Hey, young man, Matt Worley, I want you to stop for a second. And I want you to think about when you stole from your mother. When I was staying there underneath your bed. Yes, I literally lived underneath Matt Worley's bed for about 30 days. Why? Because all my friends were on meth. I'm paranoid of anyone who wasn't on meth. That was almost 2 decades ago.
Oh, shooting a scout from drones, huh?
Holy shit, that's a long time, ain't it? I tried meth. I didn't like it. I only tried it when I wanted to hang out with my friends. When Matt really started stealing his mom's tools and selling them. You know, first of all, this stuff really passed out under his legs.
Back up. No, I didn't throw food. I was saying back up.
When I found out he was stealing from his mom, I was so ashamed. I left. And that was the right thing to do. Matt Worley, you still messing with that stuff, are you? I hope not. You may be pissed off at people blasting it on the airwaves. For every one of these people, I hope it was a wake-up call. I hope Amy and John are so fucking scared shitless they never touch meth again. See, their problem is they're bad people. Their problem is they're on drugs.
Back up. Back up. Alright, he really wants some weapons, so I'm gonna go outside for him. So he will follow me downstairs.
All right.
And then I can track him down there.
Alright, so here's the thing about keeping my loved ones safe.
True.
Each of my loved ones had to be afraid for their family, especially right at the very beginning. Only their families. And they went, holy shit, this is actually a dangerous situation. I'm basically having to choose between my kids and Sean. They did exactly the right thing. They chose their kids. Point of fact, they should not have had to. Those should not have been their options. However, none of them is perfect, and all of them blamed me for things that I didn't do that they weren't there for. But why did they accuse me of doing those things? Well, that's true. I fucking hate that. At the very beginning, I told you guys I didn't know how to do all this shit. I still don't. I'm trying. The little bit that I do know how to do is at least enough to transfer files from one place to another with a USB. Well, not too big. At the very beginning, I would have liked the ability to record every single second of the day. Days. George isn't the only person who witnessed the assault, harassment, hazing, and otherwise by the officers in Boulder County Jail. And Matthew Noah Benson is not the only inmate who the cops tried to buy off with an extra sack lunch. He's also not the only one who wrote down a report about the way the officers treated me in the jail there in Arapahoe County. I let all of my public pretenders know that I was being tortured and they did nothing. I wrote report after report inside of the jails where I had time and wasn't running around like a chicken with my head cut off. Most of the time they were busy retaliating against me for speaking up, and I can prove it. Matter of fact, it's already on YouTube. With all of these people and their drugs, the drugs weren't the point of the story. The point of the story is that you have to be willing to acknowledge the pain that you have caused others. Brianna admitted where she fucked up. And the thing is, every time that I was trying to tell her, hey, this is how that made me feel, it was, Sean, I was drunk. It's not an apology. It's not an acknowledgement of the things they did. They don't think that they should have to. They don't understand that, well, they're being bitter, hateful, and angry because they're on drugs. And you're not just going to feed them free drugs all goddamn day. You have any idea how many people's hair I cut back while they puke? You know, I've actually, believe it or not, believe it or not, I've had to hold men's heads at the toilet so they can puke. Like you got your neck right on the rim of the toilet bowl and your nose is almost in the water. Your eyeballs are literally in the water. You get your head out of the fucking toilet. That is too drunk. People make bad decisions when they're drunk. And they treat people unjustly and unfairly, but then they don't want to admit it. It's a point of pride. It'd be nice if you'd acknowledge that it was the alcohol thinking for you when you made those stupid decisions. Or the meth. Or how that affected people in your life like me. You notice when I left chapel, I just left. I was gone. It was that simple. It was that easy. And I suppose that's part of the reason that you drown your sorrows. You got kids, you got a wife, you got a husband, whatever. But you know what? I feel bad for you because of that, and I've spent my life helping you because of that. A lot of y'all did more than you should have, and nothing at all at the same time. I'll explain why. Because the longer it took you to speak up, the longer it took you to admit these things, the more hell I had to pay because you didn't. You had your chance to stay in court. You had your chance to make it civil in real life. But if I'm going to be taking punishment for my speech, I don't owe it to you to be impeached. Those called mentally ill have no chance in hell. Those who are homeless, those who are disabled. One thing I never wanted to do, I never wanted to have to walk around and record every moment of every day. But just in the last 3 weeks, since I've had the ability to do that, I have been incredibly glad for it. If I'd had this little device, as easy it is to turn on, and its storage capacity, 5 hours at a time. That's a lot of recording. It ain't about the drugs. It's about the abuse. It's about allowing people who are vulnerable because they are disabled and because they are homeless.
Walter, downstairs.
Those are
Downstairs.
both
Downstairs.
incredibly debilitating.
Downstairs. Sorry about the train.
It's difficult enough on its own,
Ugh.
especially to do by yourself. And a lot of people tried to help me, but they didn't have the education or the understanding, and I basically had to try to field train people to understand. But they get frustrated too, and many of them got frustrated at me for getting frustrated. And I get that. I'm frustrated with them as well. See, for all these people, I'm trying to explain, hey, I need someone to sit down and teach me how to do this. Right at the very beginning, when I...
Alright, so I'm going to cut that off for a second. Looks like this computer here is going to need the charger. I only have one charger, and I have a universal charger that goes in between both of them. Shannon Alvarado bought this for me. When I say it's not that nobody did anything, it's that nobody spoke up. See, these people and their actions and the statements made on these Facebook groups, YouTube groups, and the actions that took place there, they show, number one, there is a lot of support for me. Number two, that I am cut off from even communicating with most of that support except for here. It's not that I'm not trying, and that's one of the things they wrote down in my court paperwork. You look at how much evidence that I've saved and collected and shown already. Obviously, I'm trying. But Pamela Cardi was entirely against the law. The judges, the lawyers, the DA's office, the police, all of them. Why? Because if nobody is there speaking up where it matters, then it appears to them as if nobody gives a shit. And if nobody gives a shit, there's no reason to try. They're a throwaway. A few more bucks for the people who have a vested interest. I'm going to get that first one on here just because. We'll see if I'm smart enough to make this work. Let's see. I'll also bring this down as its own thing. Let's see who that is. Hello, this is Sean Schwartz.
Hi, Sean. Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, you kind of cut out there. This is a dispatcher for Dulles County. Scott is headed his way back to Chapel right now. He just finished up what he was doing out in Big Springs. So he said he could meet you at that Dana Avenue address about 20 minutes. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All right, thank
He's
you.
headed that way, so
All right,
be there shortly.
it'll take me a little bit, so I'll pack it up. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, sounds good. Yep. Bye.
Much more cordial. It's nice getting treated like I'm a human being now. Deficiencies in training are not my fault. They do kill people. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to finish this or this because it's going to take this computer about 10 minutes to shut down, and it'll take this one. Oh, Jesus, I got to download from that thing from Arapahoe County. It's only a 7%. All right. All right, so my wrist pretty much always hurts no matter what, thanks to Waylon Lolotite. But all of this is due to bad opinions, bad attitudes, and general acceptability, victimization of certain people. I'm tired of my friends becoming statistics. Dying in their lives don't matter. Guess what? There's a lot of lives that do matter. Natalie's life mattered. My life matters. Okay, cancel. Apparently I already saved all those to that. So now I can go through. Rename. I delete. Alright, good. They did download the new one. Stay there. Since I'm not going to be able to grab that, I better not waste my battery because when I leave here, I gotta pretty well stay on. Um, here in Chapel, Nebraska, it's a popularity contest. One of the popular families or popular people of a popular family. And get away with a lot. If you're a nerd from out of town, you'll probably get blamed for everything. Alright, I got a pretty decent charge on this stuff. I'm not supposed to twist, not supposed to lift anything more than 10 pounds. And lo and behold, it doesn't matter what I'm supposed to do. I do what I have to. Even if it pisses people off. I got the evidence that I needed of the fact that Amy and Josh are still doing drugs. They're still together. She was supposed to be getting away from Josh, trying to do her time so that she could get rid of the meth warrant, and so that she could try to get her kids back. That's definitely not what she showed me. Sorry, us. There's a few videos on here that show Amy and I's texts between one another. Our Facebook messages between one another. She called me hero once. Matter of fact, Facebook Messenger, the last message I believe before Natalie died was her telling me that I'm a hero. And told me I was her hero. She said I saved her life. I don't remember saving her life. There are people whose lives I remember saving, but hers isn't one of them. That must be some philosophical version of it, I guess. Like philosophically when she was at her lowest or something like that, you know? I'm talking about actually, literally saving lives. Literally getting people out of harm's way. But I was going to say that's what I did before I hurt my back. Then I realized, and there's plenty of evidence to back this up, that I continued even after I hurt my back. And I was going to say, you know, I stopped after Natalie died, but then, like, no, look at Mandy Singer, look at Desiree Leonard. I didn't ever stop helping people. Look at Amy Witcher and Andrew Witcher and their children. That's just apparently who I am. And even when they kick me in the teeth, I still give a shit. Although Amy and Andrew kicked me in the teeth real hard a year earlier, when Amy got a hold of me and I was all the way in Washington State. She was in a bad way and worried for her kids. She had finally gathered up the courage to kick Andrew out. She's in love with him. She's back with him. He's still on meth. Well, likely still on meth. I don't ask about him. I hope I didn't pick that up. I'm supposed to click the eject thing first. I hope I didn't fuck it up. USB drives. the ejecty thingy, you're supposed to go click in the thing that says eject hardware, and that way you can eject it without destroying it. So, yeah, if you have USB hard drives, that's an important tip. I probably damaged some stuff before doing that. I hope not, but you know, stuff you learn. Let's see. I need to attach this to my keychain so that I don't lose it. Let's see, I got this big white lanyard. There's a little loop through here. I need to end this video and close it up and head over there. I don't want to be stuck without a jacket. It's Chapel, Nebraska, and it's fast approaching winter. Also, there's something in the jacket pocket that might be important. Be safe, y'all. I was gonna play a recording from over at Barb's actually before I got off here, but no time.